Welcome, folks. I'm Snider Whiplash, and this is Snider's Morning Show. We don't always bring you the best news, but we bring you the real news. Now, today's show is a real whopper, and I'm not talking about BK. As you know, there's been a sad occurrence in the town of Jelly Bean Junction. That's right, we're talking about the Great Grandma Massacre of 2024. And just to be clear, it's not a massacre of great grandmas, it's regular grandmas, but the act itself was great. And not great as in good, but great as in grand. But enough of that wordplay. Let me introduce, reluctantly, our first guest. The main man on the case, Detective Joseph Curry.
You can call me Joe Curry, by the way.
Mr. Curry, pleased to meet you. It's a sad one today, especially for us grandkids.
Truly is.
I guess my first question is, how? Who? What? Where? When? Why?
Now, that is a very good question, because in this town we all know each other. And what is the reason for killing random old ladies? Now, we don't know much about the situation yet, but we do know one thing. They are old, and they just started living their lives because they finally found a good community to live in.
So what I'm getting from you is these were simultaneously, they're just starting their lives and they're also on their way out. So the next question I have for you, Mr. Curry, if I can call you Mr. Curry, this is the question on everyone's mind here today is, why these specific grandmothers? Were they secretly evil? Were these bad old ladies? Did they deserve it?
Now, again, very good questions you got here. And these women, they were awesome people. They built the community center, and one of them even adopted 17 puppies because they were on the side of the road and no one wanted them. I mean, all that information is good and stuff, but there is one old woman that had absolutely no arms or legs and won a marathon for her community.
Now, if I may interrupt for 1 second, what they're telling me here, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Curry, there was one woman grandmother that was currently giving blood 10 times a day, had just gotten married for the 17th time, and was looking into her helicopter license.
Now, all that information is very true. We have some pretty impressive old ladies here, or had.
Finally, and we do thank you for your time today, Mr. Curry, but what are you going to do about this specifically? I mean, we can't bring the grandmas back.
Now, that is a very important question. And my team and I, we're trying... I solemnly swear, as Detective Joseph Curry, to uphold and avenge the sacred lives of the 10 old hags who have left our great country here today. I hereby give this pledge as the officer and protector of the 14th precinct of Jelly Bean Junction. Looking for sweet, sweet revenge? Hiya!
Seeking the ultimate retribution?
Slice!
You want to be not number 4, not number 3, not number 2, but number 1. Punch, punch, kick. Ah!
Are you a mom whose kid just came home from school, crying, run upstairs, and after this commercial, you're going to go up there to see what happened? Well, if so, here, just for the help you need!
Call Martial Arts Masters now to be number 1, not number 2, at 111-111-1111. Be number 1, not number 2, at 111-111-1111. Slice?
Welcome back on this beautiful yet horribly disturbing, dreadful and disgusting day. That guest was great, and I know you all appreciated that because, well, you were clapping and some of you were smiling. Some of you told me I enjoyed this. This next guest is a shocking one, and when I read this was coming on here, it really blew my hat off. I was wearing a hat before. We have the grandson of one of the deceased coming to the table. So without further ado, folks, I give you Michael No Granny.
Nogrini.
Pardon?
My last name is pronounced Nogrini.
Oh, well, it's spelled,
I know,
it looks
it's
like.
ironic, I know.
It is ironic.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the goods here. Michael, we're glad to have you, and I know you're feeling uncomfortable right now. Well, I don't want to make you feel some type of way, but I know the audience is dying to know, and there's no pun intended there because of all the grannies that just died, but can you tell us a little bit about your grandmother?
My grandma, she was a wonderful lady. She was a good swimmer, she was really good. She outlived 2 of her dogs. She was really old. And she actually wrote 3 books. They were How to Be Old 1, How to Be Old 2, and How Not to Get Murdered.
Oof.
And I know it's sad that she died and all with all those other old ladies, but a lot of the money went to me, so I'm gonna use that for some charity and other stuff too. Other stuff. And yeah, she was a good lady overall.
Did she bake cookies and all that? And good
Sometimes,
grandma
yeah,
stuff?
on Christmas and holidays and all that.
So let's dive a little bit deeper here. I can't help but notice that you mentioned that your grandmother's 3rd book was titled How Not to Get Murdered.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's ironic, yeah.
Yeah, it's really ironic.
I know.
Sad.
We just get past this ironic stuff.
Well, it's just that also your last name is...
Yeah.
If you didn't know, you would think it says No Granny.
It's Nogrini, Nogrini.
Like my granny's
No.
dead. No Granny.
Say it, Nogrini.
No Granny.
Nogrini.
No.
No.
No Granny.
Nogrini.
Well, I can't say it clearly, so let's move on. The next question here we have is the sensitive one. So take your time here, son. Just breathe. Breathe a few times. If you're watching at home, you might want to put the kids into the other room. Son, how did Nana go?
She didn't really go to the store that much. She did to buy groceries and stuff.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, how did she pass?
Oh, she didn't really pass on all her tests that much. She wasn't the smartest, but she was pretty athletic.
How'd she kick the bucket?
She doesn't play sports. She swims, but you don't really kick stuff.
Your grandmother was killed, right, son? She was murdered?
Yes, yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So they don't really know a lot about it, but she got murdered.
Well, it's a good thing we have Detective Joseph Curry to figure that out. Son, we're going to head into our final question here for you, and thank you again, Michael, for being here. But if you don't mind, we would like to go in a little bit more into how you're going to spend that 60 trill that your grandmother and her publishing company left to you.
A dog, a cat, another dog, PS4, PS5, 10 cars for me, 10 cars for my brother, a permanent Uber for my mom, the defunct Pizza Hut Corporation, a customized mug, a waterfall with koi fish, a new lawnmower, and a backup one. The whole Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. I'll try to buy a person if they let me. A waterbed filled with mud, a triple-decker trampoline, a leg cast, 2 arm casts, a baseball bat for my dog, an education for my dog, one of those machines that rides up the stairs, a new used toilet, a cheese grater for my dad, the IBM Corporation, the Thigh Master Corporation, a hair salon in Canada, the Snider Whiplash Morning Show. My handle is #MichaelNoGranny. You can find me on Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram, Twitter,
All right.
X,
We're going to cut.
YouTube,
I know you're
Snapchat,
hurting, Michael.
WhatsApp,
He's hurting.
Telegram,
He's in a lot of pain.
Telegram,
His grandmother
Safari,
just died.
CapCut,
So we're going to
Pinterest,
go to
and
commercial
apps.
break.
Oh, hey, are you feeling left out? Are you jealous of those cool people who get to take medicine and you don't? Well, I have a solution for that. I'm Dr. Scarlet Flame, and I'm here to talk to you about Sick Like Us. Sick Like Us gives you illnesses, allowing you to fit in and take more medication to get rid of those sicknesses. Sick Like Us is recommended by 11 out of 10 doctors worldwide, and it's the perfect solution for feeling left out. All you need to do is swallow one Sick Like Us pill, and the fun comes right after that.
Take Sick Like Us and be sick like us.
Side effects include being sent into purgatory, being stuck in someone else's brain, becoming allergic to almond milk, being unable to see the color orange, only being able to speak backwards, being unable to wear washed clothes, laughing during funerals, but cracked closing up, growing tattoos, hair loss, or itchiness.
Welcome back, folks, to Snider Whiplash's The Morning Show. I'm Snider Whiplash, and this is The Morning Show. Well, that last guest was incredible. It was disgusting and disturbing as well. We've reached that point in the night where we have our final guest, and, you know, I'm looking through my cards here, and I don't have much on this guest. The producers didn't give me much, so, folks, you're going to have to figure this out with me. But I know she's involved somehow in the grandma murders, and all we have is her name here, folks. Let's welcome Machine Gun Mary. All right, Machine Gun Mary. Hope that name's not copywritten. I mean, I guess my first question is, who are you?
Well, my name is Machine Gun Mary, as you guys know. Yeah, I was born at a very young age, but I just feel as if...
To be fair, we're all born at a very young age.
To be fair, I'm talking. So, but yeah, I was born at a very young age, but I just feel like as if I'm an old soul. Like, not as the youngins feel these days, but like as if I'm an old soul. Because, to be honest, I don't like old people. They're musty and dusty, and they get dust on me when I'm on the train. So
There's the whole mothball thing too.
Yeah, they smell like mothballs.
So would you say you hate old people?
I would say I hate old people.
It's just interesting in a turn of
yeah.
events. The story unravels as we progress. Thank you, Miss Machine Gun. I guess the next question we have for you is, what's your connection to the 10 deceased in the Great Grandma Massacre?
Well, you know, I'm a proud member of Jelly Bean Junction. So all the grannies, they were part of my community. You know, a lot of them, they did a lot of good deeds, but as you know, they were getting old. One of them I think was like 93, which that's a long time to be living.
Too old.
Yeah, it's too old, you know, getting to the point where they get dust on you in the train. So yeah, well, whoever did the murders, you know, I mean, to be fair, it was the granny's time. So, you know, they yeah.
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 Okay. Thank you, Miss Mary. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't sweating on my back. But I guess my final question for you is, who told you to come here?
Well, you know, Thigh Master Corporation, they called me up and they were like, hey, so we have this opening for you to do this guy Snider Whiplash's show. We'll give you 12 free Thigh Masters. So
That's weird.
Who could say no to rock hard thighs?
True.
But also, on the other hand, who actually enjoys their grandma's presence?
Okay.
They bring so much sunshine and rainbows, and who actually likes that? I know I hated my grandma. Which one of you guys in the crowd actually enjoyed their grandmas?
Don't answer that.
There's not a single hand. You know I'm right.
Well, luckily we still have Detective Joseph Kerr here. Thank God, thank the good Lord, because we're getting a little suspicious.
What is he doing here? This is my
thank you
interview.
guys. This has been Snider Whiplash's The Morning Show.
I solemnly swear, as Detective Joseph Curry.
Thank God.
Uphold your revenge.
the sacred lives of the 10 old hags who left our great country here today. No one likes the grandma. I hereby pledge this as officer and the protector. What are you doing?
You can call me Joe Curry, by the way.
Mr. Curry.
That too.
Put her there.
I'm restarting.
Now, that is all very true. We have some
I know the audience is dying to know, and no pun intended, because all those grannies just died. But,
Oh, dang it.
when I say grannies, it just, I didn't expect to say grannies.
Oh no.
Your grandmother was killed, right? Son, she was murdered?
Yes, yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So they don't really know a lot about it, but she got murdered.
That was good. That was really good.
I don't feel the connection to old people the way I feel to young people, you know?
Well, we're all born at a young age.
Okay, well, I'm not done talking. We're young friends, and you know, old people are just old.
They smell like
So-
mothballs.
They get dust on me when I'm on the train. So
There's the
I
whole
just
mothball thing, too.
yeah, they smell like mothballs.
So would you say you hate old people?
I would say I hate old people.